Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be making a video on Singularity Net Agix. A lot of you guys who watch this channel will know that I called Singularity Net around $40 million in market cap. So even right now, me and my Patreons are up 10x on this project. Now, I've talked about it a lot, but recently I haven't really spoke about it too much because not much has happened with the price action, and I'm going to show you that here. We've pretty much just been consolidating, and crypto in general has been a bit boring. I think this AI trend has kind of seen its consolidation now. A lot of other AI coins are doing the same. Viot is also consolidating, and obviously AGIX is also consolidating. Now, we're not seeing any crazy moves in price anymore. But at the same time, we're not going to the downside. So we're in a kind of boring stage here, and it's somewhat unknown as to what's going to happen. But in this video, I'm going to share my opinion, why I do not believe it's over for Singularity Net, and why I personally believe you are still super early to this project. But before I get into it, I need to let everyone know, video isn't financial advice. Make sure you always do your own research before investing your money. Also, like I just mentioned, my Patreons get access to these gems way before everyone else. So if you're in this group, obviously you'd be up probably like 12, 13, 14x at the heights on AGIX. So make sure you are in this group. And obviously when there's future coins, future low cap gems, I'm sharing it with this group. So I am going to make the argument here that you are still very early to Singularity Net. You are still very early to this project. And it's very simple, in my opinion, why that is the case. First of all, this is a simple thing. We are still super early to AI. If you think AI is finished or AI is almost complete, you don't understand technology. AI is still very much a thing that isn't really, widely used, especially AGI. Okay, and that's obviously what Singularity Net have a speciality in, particularly the genius Ben Goertzel. Okay, Dr. Ben Goertzel, genius man. Obviously developed Sophia the robot. Everyone talks about that, but he did. And obviously Hanson Robotics as well as another group of intelligent individuals are also behind Singularity Net. Now, I think AI is still very early. I think blockchain-based AI is still very early as well. And I'm going to make the case here that in 10 years' time, Singularity Net is going to be multiple tens, if not hundreds of billions in market cap size. I really, really believe that. Obviously, my opinion, but I wouldn't be surprised if by 2030 we see Singularity Net at least 50 billion in market cap. Okay, I think it's going to happen. In terms of where I see it in the next bull run, I would say anywhere between 5 to 10 billion seems realistic. So a 10 to 20x from here seems extremely doable. Maybe even higher. I mean, it all depends what Singularity Net do. Right now, they only really have the AI marketplace, and it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not on the same level as your Chat GBT, arguably. Okay, now when it gets to that level, when they bring out more things, which I'm sure they will, because obviously Ben Goertzel is a visionary, I think this project's going to blow up. And if you weren't convinced that AI is the future by ChatGPT, then just wait until you see what Singularity Net do, because it was literally like that. In a click of a finger, AI was on, all of the front pages. And if ChatGPT was a crypto, you could imagine hundreds of billions in market cap. I mean, how much did Microsoft buy it for? A high amount. Okay, so obviously ChatGPT, the software was valued at extremely, extremely high in market cap, or the code rather was valued extremely, extremely high. And I think Singularity Net is going to do something similar with that AI marketplace. But the thing with Singularity Net is it's open source, and it allows anyone basically to get into creating AI systems. So a random kid in India could be a genius, but just doesn't have the resources to create his own AI. But what he can do is he can use Singularity Net's AI marketplace and become a publisher and create his AI that it can obviously be used by the masses, incentivizing him to make more money. And obviously, he could become very, very wealthy from doing that. Now, you can see all the different types of AIs that they have here. You've got things like spoken language recognition, image super resolution. So it takes a low resolution image and it formats it in high quality. This is extremely good. Let's say, let's say you came to Dubai and you got a picture of the Burj Khalifa, right? Let's say you did that and you asked a random person to take a picture and they took a crappy picture because that's what most people do. Most people are terrible at taking pictures. And the quality was all blurry and awful. Well, you could just use this and it will make it 4K basically. Okay. That's just one example. Speech recognition. Using machine learning algorithms. So things like voice cloning. Okay. If you guys haven't heard voice cloning, it is somewhat scary. People are doing it to YouTubers. Scam artists are pretending to be crypto YouTubers just by using voice cloning technology, obviously pretending to be them. So all these types of things are going on with Singularity Net and their marketplace. You can see all different types of things, wide arranging, in obviously loads and loads of different genres and categories. And my vision is that in 5 years' time, this is just going to keep exponentially growing. There's going to be more and more things you can do, and obviously of higher and higher quality as it gets, nearer to the Singularity event, which will happen, by the way. So when the Singularity event happens, AI is just going to be the biggest thing that's ever existed to humanity. It's going to be over everywhere. Everyone's going to be using it, and everyone's going to be dependent on it. So there's loads of things you can do with AGIX. You can obviously stake them and earn some passive income. They've also got a huge ecosystem. So it's not just Singularity Net. You've got Singularity DAO. You've got Hypercycle, which I did a pre-sale with my group for. You've got Cogito. And loads and loads of other projects, such as Awakening Health, which is going to be a health project. I like that. Their ecosystem is extremely developed and it's very wide-ranging. Things like DeFi, robotics, biotech, longevity, gaming, media, arts, entertainment, music, enterprise-level AI. So many wide-ranging categories. So you're not just investing in the AI marketplace, you're also investing in the ecosystem of Singularity Net, which I also really like. It's built on Cardano, so if you're a big fan of Cardano, then obviously this is a good one for you as well. I don't think that matters too much. I like Cardano, but I'm not the biggest Cardano bull in the room. So, it's not an issue, nor is it a benefit to me, the fact that it is built on Cardano. So, look, I would say that we are very uncertain, really, in terms of price action. What are we really going to be seeing here with Singularity Net? Arguably, it's in this mid-range of neither being overbought nor oversold. You can see the RSI obviously reflects that. And then obviously we've got the dynamic reactor here, which it's nowhere near really hitting. I mean, it has got a lot lower. The gap is getting closer, but as far as right now, we're still in a very healthy price action for AGIX. And you can see where the dynamic reactor is. It's also on the golden pocket. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin goes to 25K. You'll probably see a retracement down to here, and the dynamic reactor will obviously reflect that. Obviously, I'm using Chart Prime's TA. But we did that here. We bounced off the 716. The 618. I don't know why I said 716. That doesn't even exist. It's 786 or 618. We bounced off the 618. Okay. We saw most of the price action actually occurring here in this range here. And obviously the fibs reflect that across the 786. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin does start crashing down to around 25K. We'll see Singularity Net bounce off this level. I would set my orders to get back in if I wasn't in this around here. That's where I'd be buying. Now, of course, it is not guaranteed that we will go that low. Okay. Bitcoin could go to 32K. We may never see Bitcoin at 28K or below again. I personally think we will. I think we are going to see a retracement with Bitcoin at some point, and we are going to see it go back down to 25K, maybe lower, but I think 25K is where I'll be buying heavily. So if we do, this is the level to be looking at for for AGIX, which is around about 28 to 30 cents. So I'd probably start buying at 30 all the way down to 28. So that's what I'd be looking at if I was buying in, but obviously it's not financial advice. Now, the real question that everyone's asking is how high is this one going to go in the next bull run? My prediction, like I said, is $5 to $10 billion in market cap. So around a 10x or more, 10 to 20x, maybe 20x at the heights. Now, I'm going to explain something to you here that's going to be very staggering. And it just shows the difference between getting in early and getting in late. Now, I said, you're not late to this. You're just not in early, arguably, or you're not in super early. Arguably, you're in early. If we're talking about a long-term time frame, 10 years, you are super early. If we're talking about short-term, as in this bull run, you're not really early, are you? Because you missed most of the, or half of the pump. Now, listen to this. Obviously, I was buying this at 40 million in market cap, up 10x. I said this is going to go to 5 to 10 billion. If this just goes to 4 billion, below my prediction, if this just goes to 4 billion, I'm going to be up 100x on my money. Now, for all you people who think 100x is not possible or is very, very rare, I can assure you it's not. I'm going to have at least 10 100x's this bull run, and I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it because I'm already up 50x on a lot of projects, and I'm already up 50x on some projects, and I'm up 10 to 30x on a lot. So that just shows the impact of getting in early. And be assured, there's new projects coming out. There's new projects I'm getting in, and my patrons will be alerted to that. But you can see here, it's the difference between a 10x and a 100x. My patrons will get that 100x, and the people who are only just buying now will probably get that 10x. Huge, huge difference. And if it goes to that 10 billion that I'm talking about, the higher end, it's the difference between a 20x and a 200x. You put $1,000 in, you take out 200 grand. So I'm just putting it into perspective for the people, who don't think a 100x is possible. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I definitely don't think you're too late to Singularity Net. I think it's a great long-term hold, but obviously do your own research, make that decision for yourself, as I can't tell you what to do. Thank you all for watching. Check out that Patreon page if you want a bit more. I recommend the VIP Plus tier, as this gives you access to the very, very lucrative and prestigious Telegram group. But if you can't afford that, then certainly go for the Elite tier, as this is affordable for basically everyone. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.